Yeah, prison. I remember when I was a kid in Ashford remand prison, yeah. When I went in there, I went, what's this, you know what I mean? Take your clothes off, put his clothes on, pants come down to your kneecaps, all different coloured socks, t-shirts are absolutely filthy, vests are absolutely filthy. Everything's dirty in there, you know what I mean? Because they ain't got many washing machines in there, the electrics and all that game. Prison in them days was, you didn't have nothing, you know what I mean? It's all crap, stinking. And the sheets in your bed was the same, you know, big stain marks on everything, yeah? But it's prison, isn't it? And it's a deterrent not to come back. But anyway, so you go in the cell, you've got nothing in there, bed, horsehair mattress, horsehair pillow, it's a piss hole. But anyway, you got a little piss pot, aluminium piss pot or a steel piss pot, whatever it is, and it's all with a little lid, not plastic, metal, yeah, but a little lid. And it was no chucking things out the window, mate. You can't chuck anything out the window, you're in trouble, you know what I mean? If they catch you, you're bashed up. So if you want to go to the toilet, you know, you got a toilet in your pot, which is most people did. So in the morning, you come out, you got to dress up and everything. They come in there with a thing for your razor blade. I didn't shave, so I didn't need all that shit. But they still come in and do it. Yeah, put the blade in your razor, tighten it up, screw it up, and all that. So you can't take the razor out. Yeah. So you go to the toilet with your piss pot, with your water jug. Go there, all lining up like little kids. These are little kids, all lining up there. You've got your shirt done up, everything all spick and span, but you're stinking. You ain't washed on that yet. Done your teeth, you ain't done that. They say, look, got a piss pot there, right? And in there at that time, there was quite a few black guys. They come from around Labatt Grove, Notting Hill areas, because that was the areas that they went to from when they come over, yeah? That's the place they went to. So there's a few kids in there. But I made mates with them, nice geezers, you know what I mean? We used to have a laugh and all that, you know? I wasn't that big, but I was at game, yeah? And the reason they liked me is because I was in the recess one day and you got to line up. The screws in there are animals, mate. They're animals, you know what I mean? They don't go nowhere near the recess as such, but they're there, round about there, yeah? And it stinks, the whole nick stinks in the morning, slop out, it stinks terrible, yeah? So I'm lining up there and there's this big black geezer, big for his age, yeah? 16, 17, big boy. And he pushes in front of everybody. So I see him do it a few times, yeah? And I was there, ready to go to the slop out thing. And he pushed in front of me, yeah? And listen, this is why I got lights by the geezers, by the other black guys. They didn't stick together, they hated him, yeah? And I hit him with a piss pot, full up with piss and shit. Wallop, he went all over him. I battered him, was battering him with his piss. I was only young, you know what I mean? And the screws come in, and they bashed me up. You wouldn't believe they bashed me up, something terrible, truncheons, smashed me to pieces, dragged me down the landing by my arms, you know, my feet, dragging me down there, kicking me, bashing me up. Threw me in a cell down the block. And the cells down the block in Ashford remand is something that really, it's like, you couldn't believe it. That shouldn't be allowed, you know what I mean? And there was kids in there getting raped by the screws. It was just one of the things that was happening. And when you was in remand in Ashford, right, in them days, the most they really could keep you on remand for, before you got sentenced, was about 6, maybe 10 weeks, maybe, yeah? Because that was a long time for us young kids to be, you know. Anyway, so I'm in there, been in there about 3 weeks now, had to fight down the block. Now you're going to be in that a little bit longer because you're a pain in the butt. I bet them screws are hurting and raping little kids down there, you know what I mean? You hear them screaming and everything. In your cell is your bed, which you take out, your bed, a little table and a chair, and a little locker. But the locker is not worth it's a tiny little thing. And you've got nothing to put in it anyway. What you got on, you've got to fold up and put on your chair. Because when you go in the block, everything you've got in your cell goes outside. And when it's time for you to make your bed, you bring your bed in, right, which is just a mattress and a little horrible little bed. You bring it in, mattress on top, and that's it lot. And bosh, and you're not allowed to lay on the floor in the day, which you do, but if they catch you, they're going to come and bat you. So in the morning, in the block, you've got a bed, you fold up all your bed, got it all made up proper, all boxed up on what you learn. You got to learn, otherwise you get bashed up. You learn. So you put everything outside. You got a bowl. You wash on the table inside. Put it out. Everything in the day is put out. Right, and all you could do in that cell is walk around the cell. Walk around, sit on the floor. Try to lay on the floor, the screws see they come in and bash you up. You got to stand up, walk around, or sit. And it was like hell, mate. You had 2 weeks in there, it's like 2 years. Young kids, and you hear young kids crying at night time. There's the screws, it's like a liberties with them. But anyway, I got out of there, and I didn't have no more fights. I didn't want no more fights, so I didn't want to go back down that block, yeah. And I went to court, and I got a 6-2 Borstal. From there, I went to the scrubs. I went to reception, same old shit, a little bit different. Pick up your bed in, and you got all your bits and pieces in a suitcase and a pillowcase, rather. Go over to B wing. B wing was the Borstal wing, half Borstal, half YP. Go over there, and that's it. And then, mate, you're treated like a child, because you are a child, aren't you? You're treated like a child. They make you do things, scrub this, scrub that. You're scrubbing things like they give you a square, maybe four or five of us on the floor. They give you a square. That's your square, yeah. And you've got a scrubbing brush, big bar of soap, and some cloths, yeah, and water, and you fight in the scrub it. You scrub it, get the cloth, squeeze it out, put it in, and now and again, screaming, sir, can I change my water? You know what I mean? And you have to serve all the time and change my water. Yes, sir. Yeah, I can. Bob, get up, put in, put more, come back, and mate, that was your square. Every day, that was my square. And every day, I polished it, I washed it, scrubbed it. Every day, polished it. Big buffers, massive rattly buffers, about 8 foot long, with a big square head. They weighed about 80, 90 pounds. You threw them back and forth, yeah. And this is Borstal, you think, oh, fucking hell. And you had some kids in Borstal when I was there, yeah, could really march on. Loved the scrap, loved the fight. And because I just got in there, I got to learn the hard way, but that's part of it, innit? You learn, who's this, who's that, who can have a fight, and you've got to learn. And, anyway. So that's your square. And now and again, you get an arsehole of a screw that wants to walk across your square. But not because he has to, because he wants to. Walks across your square with dirt. And then he turns around and he says, oi, boy, clean that. And you want to fucking kill him, don't you? You know what I mean? And then you're scrubbing it again. You can't just go with a cloth. They won't allow that. Scrub it. This is Borstal. this is the Borstal wing. Scrub, scrub, scrub. Your cell's gleaming. Your cell is gleaming. You're cleaning your cell 24/7. You don't want to make no mistakes. You don't want to give them the chance to come in your cell and catch a bit of dirt, because you're going to get nicked, bashed up down the block. So you're cleaning your cell all the time, scrubbing it, scrubbing it, scrubbing it. Everything's blocked up, jog, sheets, pillowcases, whatever. It's all done proper, yeah? And anyway, so all of a sudden, I have a fight in there with this geezer that thinks he can have a row, yeah? Well, he can. He bashed me up, yeah? He bashed me up, but believe me, right? It was the, he wouldn't want to fight me again, mate. That was that was the second that he went, oh, I don't want to fight that geezer again, mate. Even though I lost that fight and he won that fight, but he thought, I ain't fighting him again. You know, it went for about, what, I don't know, 15 minutes fighting. And it's the only time, the only way he beat me, that he got me around the neck and I couldn't get out of it, yeah? And he was punching me and punching me and punching me, and he got broke up, but he bashed me up. But like everything else, you don't forgive, you don't forget. So every day when I was banged up, I cleaned myself, done it spotlessly, yeah? And I was just press ups, sit ups, boxing all the time. And I thought to myself, my time's the right time. Before I went to Borstal, my Portland, the worst Borstal in the world. Well, actually, Rochester was the worst one, but Borstal at Portland, yeah. And I thought to myself, this geezer, I've got to fight him again. So we had a fight again. No one won the fight. I didn't win it, he didn't win it, but it was a good fight. You know, it was a really, really good fight. And then I went to Borstal, Portland, Borstal. Mate, it was like, do you know what? What I loved about Borstals, right, was the regimental. It was all done regimental. It was all done by watches. Their watches. Everything was done is the right times. 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 4 minutes. Everything was done right. 2 minutes. You know, and 1 minute. It's all well. Everything's quick. It was all done by that side. So all you're doing is learning your regimental. You're learning times. You know. You got to do that bump. Your bed's all done proper, all down strips. It's all, everything's done proper. All your collars are starched, you know, and you put soap around the creases of your trousers so it stays in the creases. Everything's, you're spick and span. The screws are coming around looking all the time. Want to bash you up, yeah? But you're learning now to fight. Yeah, I learned to fight, mate, in there. I'll tell you that, Borstal. And I got done for trying to escape. Didn't get nowhere. And I went to Rochester, Borstal, and it was like a, what is it? What do you call it? Oh, I forget what the name of it. Yeah, but I went there. It's got a recall. It's like a recall centre, but it's you're trying to escape, go for a recall, yeah, mate. I think Borstal, Portland was hard. Rochester. In Portland, you were sick. You was fit, really so fit. But when I went to Rochester Recall Centre, mate, I was sick as a dog. I was so sick that they made you do things, mate. You thought, mate, I could never. And every day you're doing it. In the end, you're doing exercises so easy. It's not, you're getting so fit, you know. And when I went back to Portland, I was this unbelievable fit all day long. Gym work, doing this. And when I got out of prison, out of my Borstal, all my mates that I met in there, right? All my mates that I met in that Borstal, mate. When I met them again, and we decided to start doing robberies, we was like soldiers. We were like soldiers. I think that's why they stopped Borstals. I think that's why they stopped these detention centres and things like that, yeah. I think that's why they stopped them, because we all become like soldiers, regimental, fit, and we've done everything by times, everything by the time, by our watches, everything, right? 10 minutes, I'll meet you in there, 10 minutes, bang. Everything was done proper. And that's why when we done bits of work, we always done it, time this, time that, and it's all done proper, we never got nicked. The only time you get nicked is you get fucking gassed up. And they do bird, yeah. And then after your Borstal, I went down the market, fruit market, started working down there as a night porter, met Colin Cratnell, Colin was the one, I was fit, I was really, really fit, yeah, but Colin was the one that got me into the fighting game more so than anybody, yeah. I was, because I was quite a thick set guy, kid, yeah. When I met him and he told me who he was, this and I said it all once before. Me and Colin got on really, really well, even though he hated me, but we got on, if you understand what I'm saying. And when me and him used to fight on the cobbles, when I say on the cobbles, these are cobbles, proper, in the market is all cobbles, yeah? So you're fighting on the cobbles, toe to toe, you know, and he had a bad glove, I had a bad glove on different hands, yeah, and we punched fuck out of each other. I was always getting bashed up by him, but he was learning me all the time. And then I decided to go down a gym called London Transport, and I had a trainer called George Whelan. He lived around the corner. It was one day I was over the park at the top of my road, at Mill Hill Road where I used to live, and there's a park there. There was this guy walking around with his dog, and opposite where the little bit of park is, right, there's tennis courts, yeah. And I got in the tennis courts and I started running up and down the tennis courts, you know, walking up one end, running down the other end, walking up one end, running down the other end. What I learned in my Borstal, Russian pulse rate running, you check your pulse and all this crap, yeah. Up, down. So anyway, so I'm doing this, and George Willing came in with his dog. He said, "Where did you learn that from?" I said, "Borstal." He said, "Okay." He said, "What you?" I said, "Yeah, I love fighting, mate. I want to be a fighter." And George, you could see that he was an ex-fighter when he talked and very talked. But what a trainer, mate, best trainer. He said, "Look, you fancy training?" I said, "Yeah, I'd love to." He said, "Come down London Transport." I said, "Where is it?" He said, "Chiswick." He took me down anyway. He picked me up in a van. He picked me up. Used to clean big factories up, yeah. But he picked me up on the back of the van. There was two of them in the front. Got in the back of the van and went to London Transport, and went into the gym. And there was a little Scots guy. They used to hand out all the gloves. And there was a couple of guys in there, Jeff Tresham. There was a black guy called Garth, big guy. There's a few people in there, right, boxers. And I started, but being my Borstals, and I was always fighting, I was very hard. You know, I could hold my hands. I could hold my hands up. Got in the bag with him. He sort of talked to me a lot. I got this ball, punch ball, you know, and sit-ups. And I was really fit anyway, yeah. And one day he came up to me. He said, "Do you want to move around the ring?" I went, yeah. And I got him in this black geezer, Garth, mate. He was like a short guy, heavyweight, 5'8", but built like a shit British house, massive. And he punched me all around the gaff, you know what I mean? But after he did what he did, it was what I was like. I couldn't stop what I was like, yeah. I had to go, no, he ain't going to get away with that. So I started to train even harder, run miles and miles, meet him over the park, Gunsbury Park, run round Gunsbury Park twice, you know, and run round fast, went to the hills, done all hill work, everything, yeah. And anyway, I was mates with a guy called Leslie McIntyre, a black guy, where he was always fighting at school. He was same, maybe a bit younger than me, but he could fight, Leslie. He's a welterweight. I think he boxed under the name of Sinclair Christie. He was the one who introduced me to, Mickey Duff and all that at the gym, Wellington, Highgate, in the pub. And and he was one who introduced me to it. Anyway, so, but anyway, that's later on. But I started to train over Gunsbury Park, running over there. I met Leslie over there. And me and him got together, we started training together, big logs and all that, jumping over walls and all that, big logs in our back, bunny hops and everything, you know. And Leslie lived in the bush at that time. I would run to the bush, and then we go to the Scrubs Common, train over there. Then he'd run to me. Then we train over Gunsbury Park, and it was like that all the time. And then me and George said to me one day, he said, "Come on, I'm going to take you down to pro gyms." So we started going down to Thomas and Beckett. Didn't really like the Beckett much. Didn't like that. So George said, "Look, I'm going to take you down to the Noble Ark, Haverstock Hill, run by a geezer called George Devitt, a little fighter." And at that time, the Noble Ark, Haverstock Hill was the border control gym, yeah. And so he took me over there. I went in there. I was training really, really well, yeah. Wasn't, bashing the bag on the pads, doing electrical exercises. And one day, Pat McCann, young Pat, he'd come in, and he was a lively mate, Pat McCann. He was a good fighter, Pat. And he had a trainer called Bobby Neal, Scottish guy, Bobby Neal. And Bobby Neal, I used to go there with a guy called Farrell McGill, a big heavyweight that had an open class ticket. He could box anybody, anywhere, yeah. Good fighter, southpaw, yeah. Anyway, me and him used to spar all the time. Farrell, right at the very end of it, I got the better of him, and and then one day I was there, and a guy called Billy Aird, heavyweight, I think he was British and European champion, come in the ring, come into the gym, training, got into the ring, throwing around. I'd just done about 3 rounds with Farrell. I kicked him out of the ring, and he couldn't take any more of it, yeah. So Billy Aird was sparring with another heavyweight, I forget his name now, big guy. And I said to him, I was with George Whelan, I said, "George, do you reckon he let me have a few rounds, to learn?" He was a southpaw. He went, "I asked him, So he went, "Yeah, give him." But went in with Billy Aird. Billy Aird taught me a little bit lot. Never took liberties. And then about 4 weeks after me getting to see me, Bill, John O'Gardner used to be in there. He used to train. John O'Gardner, good fighter, mate. He had about 5 or 6 sponsors that was on him. He was geezer that training 24/7, good trainer, mate. Always running, coming to the gym, really work hard, yeah. Get in the ring, spar around. And one day, me and Billy Aird, got in the ring and had a right good punch up as such, yeah. 16-ounce gloves. I hit Bill because he's a southpaw. I see the up and bang over the top. Caught him on the chin with 16-ounce. Billy Aird, British and European champion, crash on the chin. Down he went, and he looked at me with amazement, with amazement. I just caught him a beautiful shot with amazement, and he got up and he came over to me and he went, "Well done, you." And he taught me more. And I was sparring with Billy Aird all the time, down Haverstock Hill, Noble Ark. And one day, I was always down there. Didn't go to the Beckett a lot. I was always there, every weekend. John O'Gardner, Pat McCann, Billy Aird, me, few other fighters that I didn't really have nothing to do with, and training all the time. George William would sometimes come, sometimes didn't come. I would sometimes go there Saturday and a Sunday, yeah. So one day I was in there, and he was in the Bugner, Joe Bugner. Big, powerful man, mate. Big, powerful. Had that accent about him. Bang, I see him spar around, and he hurt people. I see him with Billy Head. Billy Head held his own with him. Billy Head hurt him a few times, Joe Bugner. Billy Head, I fancy, a couple of times he looked like he could have knocked Joe Bugner out. So I got in the ring with Joe. I'd done about 4 or 5 rounds with Joe Bugner, off and on, And one particular time that I got in the ring with him, and he took liberties with him, mate. He took all right liberties. He come out not to learn me. It's not about a learning curve all the time. It's like I hit Billy Head went on his arse, yeah. But it's that sort of thing. But Joe Bugner at that time, he wanted to do it 24/7. 24/7. He wanted to hurt me, bang, 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 And he really did take liberties. And Pat McCann, I went mad. Pat McCann pulled Joe Bugner. I thought Pat McCann was going to steam into Joe when he walked outside, but he didn't. I mean, he just told Joe Bugner he took liberties, which it was a learning. He did take liberties. He was fighting for a title and all that, but he shouldn't anyway. But he did. That's part of me learning. But he wouldn't have done it again, mate. He wouldn't have done it again. I didn't get in the ring with Joe Bugner after that. I got him with Billy Head all the time, learning more, but I didn't never get him with Bugner again after that. I thought it was a liberty what he'd done. And anyway, and after all that, I got nicked for a wine shop, in Brentford. I went there with a couple of my pals, been watching it for quite some time, Christmas time, and wanted money. See this guy, it was packed. This wine shop was packed, off license, packed with people. And I thought, go in there, bought myself a can of beer, bottle of beer. No cans weren't around then much. I don't even know fucking cans in them days. Bought a bottle of beer. I don't drink really, but anyway, just bought undone it and a little swig here and there with my pals. And then I see the till, mate, it was chock-a-block. This geezer was taking money like madness. And I went to my pals, this shop's got to go, And the next week, went there, see him come out of the shop, followed him to his van. No, that's right, followed him to the van. And I thought, right, crash, next week we're going to have him. Next week, that's what happened, mate. He come out of the shop, I followed him to the van with my other mates. I thought they was with me, they went. They shit themselves, they went. I followed him to the van, see the bags, he followed the bags onto the left of the motor. I went in to get the bags, I hit him on the chin, went in to get the bags, and a big Alsatian, one of the big fucking long haired things, jumped out the back of the motor like a lunatic, growling. I don't know what it was this instinct, quick punch, like crash. I bit this dog on the side of the chin, and he went under the motor. Mate, I hit him so hard, I felt it hit him on the chin, bang, and he went under the motor and he just stayed there. I grabbed the 2 bags and run, My mates were supposed to be there, they wasn't there. So eventually I run down the road about 2 miles, and one of my mates picked me up in the car, went mad, he took me home, I gave him a few pennies, and then the next day I went down the pub, and me and my mate had a fight. And my mate come from the fruit market, Terry, he got nicked, we all got nicked together, They must have been in the pub listening to whatever, and me and Terry was in there shouting about, and a big fight over that bit of work. He got nicked, I got nicked, and anyway, I got 3 years. They come in my house. My mum's brother was a station sergeant at Brentford Police Station. He come from my front door with old Bill, smashed my mum's front door in. That's my mum's brother. So he knocked on the door, he smashed the door in, come in, went in straight, my bedroom was straight in front of him, and your nicked, crash, went under the mattress, found a sawn-off shotgun 410, nicked him for the gun, took money from upstairs and said they only found so much, but they found a lot, they took a lot more, took it off my mum, really. And it's his sister, and I was gutted, you know what I mean? And anyway, took the money. I want to go to court and get 3 years, 6 months to give me for the gun, which was a result. Maybe my mum thought I might have sorted it out because there were shells in it too, yeah? Silver cartridges, yeah? Anyway, goes to the YP in Aylesbury. As I walk through the door of Aylesbury, of the Scrubs, remand, as I walk through the wing, woo, woo, ow, woo, I got all that noise, yeah? I thought it was a nut house. And single cells in the morning. I know the score, know the regime, been done the work, done my Borstal, know what I've got to do, how I've got to do it. And everyone's looking at you, innit? Because you're a new face just come. In them days, on your card, it told you your age, where you got nits, how long you're doing, and all that. Ray Hill, whatever. What was it? Robbie and a sawn-off shotgun, whatever it is, how long you get, yeah? In them days. Now, I think they should go back to that. Let everybody know what someone's in for on your card. That's what you should do on the cards, yeah? So, this is my YP, for my Borstal, my Ashford, mine, Borstal, crash now, my YP. Same old thing, same old regime. Go down my breakfast, up round the back, you walk up these stone stairs. They don't do it no more. They're out of bounds, them stone stairs. They don't do, but you used to walk up the stone stairs onto your landings. Just go, anyway. As I'm walking up there, I got pushed down the stairs. All my food everything went down the stairs. I got pushed down by these people, these bombing guys. And they thought they was the governors. Well, it was really, of the wing. And anyway, so I picked my tray up. Everything went into the kitchen. Asked if I could get some more. And they said, more or less no. But they give me something. I went back to my cell. And I thought, well, look, I've just come here, YP. They're showing you who they are, the governors. And I ain't allowing it. I'm not having this. So I've got to go for the one who thinks he's the governor. The Borstal boy, the YP guy, the Brommy, right? And this geezer can fight. And me and him, I asked to see him. I said, me and you better have a round, mate. You know, what happened to me? You're the boss, you're the governor. Come on, me and you. Went in the toilet, had a terrible fight. He beat me, but he made me a friend. He made a friend of me, mate. You know what I mean? After that, he friended me. He'd come over, cuddled me like, you know, he was maybe a bit older than me, not much older than me, but cuddled me like a proper guy, you know what I mean? Well done, Bob. He bashed me up, Crash. Not bashed me up. He didn't bash me up, but it was a fight, and he won the fight, yeah? But, you know, and so we then went to Aylesbury, YP. Went to Aylesbury, and when I was at Aylesbury, main wing, I went to a place called F&G wing. It was first timers and lifers. I wasn't a first timer, but I ain't gonna argue. I went over to F&G wing. Went over there, and it was all an